we are going to continue our review of the McBeth set, and next up we have the Zone. All right, now it's time to get hands-on with Discraft's First Run Paul McBeth Z Zone. The plastic is very similar to what we talked about in the Force video. A little grippier, and I think this is the reason why. It looks like it was a record, but they sanded the grooves down, but you can still see the pattern. I think that's what gives you a little bit extra grip there. And for your millennials, YouTube or do a Google search for what a record was. Now the thing to see is if this actually does improve your grip and how it flies in the field. All right, here we have the Zone. I would try my best not to call it a drone, but a slip of the tongue may happen. All right, let's see how it flies on a flat release there. You see that it does what you expect from the numbers from these first few throws. You'll see that it is quite overstable. Because of the size and the speed and it being a putt and approach style disc, you're not looking for distance with this. You're really looking for utility. So utility is what we're looking for in these shots. It said that it's a putter. Putting approach, but there is no putting unless there's some extreme wind going on with this thing, and even then it may still end up just being an approach. Now on the hydro line, you see that without a doubt it's going to hold the line and also continue to move left when it lands. Because of the putter edge, you can predict the ground play and skippage, ground conditions willing, you know. An anhyzer is possible, but not going to totally move over to the right. It will get up to flat, but it is going to continue to fight out on its fade. The forehand, of course, comes to mind with this disc. And when you have this in your hand, you have the confidence that you're going to get it out there and it's going to finish. I did turn over once, but that was just a result of a very terrible forehand effort, not any part of the disc.
All right, we have the Zone, Paul McBeth edition in the Z plastic. So the Zone itself feels like a hybrid of a putter and a mid-range, which is kind of what it is. It's an approach disc. This particular plastic feels similar to Champion plastic with maybe just a touch more gumminess. The depth of the disc feels very good. It feels closer to a putter, like a shallow end putter with a blunt edge. But in the hand, it feels very comfortable. It's easy to grip. Especially for forehands, this flat top feels like it would be a very good disc for forehand shots. Okay, we have the Zone in the field. So this disc has always had a lot of hype around it. A lot of people really rave about it, so I was intrigued to go out and throw it and see how it reacted for myself, and I gotta tell you, it does not disappoint. Throwing it on hyzer like that, continues to hold the hyzer line with no issue. Throwing it flat and hard, it will glide dead straight with a predictable fade and finish at the end. It's not gonna go super far because it is in between that putter and mid-range category, but just such dependability out of this disc. I mean, this was into a tailwind here, so it had a lot more finish, but throwing it dead straight, you get a great result. This is thrown into a headwind. No fear of it turning over into a headwind here. Even throwing it on anhyzer into a headwind like this, hard turnover, just pans slowly to the right and then just falls flat. Never any fear of it getting out of control, cutting on you. Just as much and as hard as you want to throw this disc, it is going to reliably finish each time. It is point and shoot. It is a perfect approach disc. Even on forehands, just gets a good amount of glide with a predictable finish right back to the middle each and every time. I mean, this is about as close to a point and shoot approach disc as you are gonna get. You don't have to fear about torquing it over and it kind of getting squirrely on you. It will deliver each and every time.
The Zone is getting a rating of in the trunk. While it flies like one would expect on backhand and forehand, there is just something intangible that doesn't make it a go-to for me. If it were in my bag, I'm sure I would just overlook it. The something may be the plastic, although I like the force in the same plastic. It's just hard for me to commit to putting that in my bag every time I play around. On a windy day, no doubt, it's gonna be a go-to. and that's why it's in the trunk.
All right, so final rating for myself. The Zone is getting a review of in the bag for me. I bag an ESP Zone now, which I really like, and I kind of kick myself for waiting so long to get one in the bag. These things are fantastic. They are so reliable. They come in clutch in a lot of different situations, forehands and backhands. This particular blend and this particular mold and disc just has a little bit more glide than the Zone that I have now, and I would have no issues putting this in the bag and bagging multiple zones. It's a go-to disc, and I can see why it's so popular.
Alright, it's that time again to give away the test disc. Here is how you enter. Like the video and subscribe to Ace Run Productions on YouTube. The winner will be chosen by random draw after 360 plus are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Winners will be announced on the Instagram post as well as the video description. Special thanks goes to Bomb Squad Disc Golf for supplying the disc and authorizing the giveaway.